Alright everybody, welcome to Smoking Bears. We're outside the bear cave, and today I want to answer a question that I get a lot. And it's, Bear, I've got this grill. It's like a barrel, and I don't know how to set it up for smoking. I know I can grill on it, I can do burgers and dogs, but if I want to do something else, how do I smoke on it? I'm going to show you that today. Cheers. Okay, so what I have here is a horizontal grill, and it's barrel style. It's round, it's got the exhaust. I have an air intake on this side, right here, and there's one on this side over here. So what I want to do is I want to set it up for 2-zone cooking. And you say, what? Come on in here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So we raise up our lid. This is the inside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this grate out. And if you look right here, you'll see my air intake right there. I'm going to open it up about 1/4 of the way. Now, what I want to do to create my draft is I'm going to open up the exhaust right here. That way, when I put my charcoal here, the air is going to pull the air in from here, and it's going to flow right on out. That is going to create my smoking environment. So let me take some Kingsford Original. Just dump it in the bottom here. If you happen to have a basket, more power to you. If not, this is just fine too. What we're going to do is, since I have this little ash pan down here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of set it up in there. Now, what I like to do is I like to open up a spot right here in the center. And I like to take one of these Weber wax cubes. You find them at Wally World and all that stuff. Any local barbecue shop will have them. And then I like to light it. Boom, that easy. Now, I'm going to take a pair of my charcoal tongs, and I want to loosely build a pile around it. Just top off a couple pieces. You don't want to smash it in there, you want good airflow. Maybe. And now I'm going to leave it sit like this for about 15 minutes or so. So what it's doing is it's pulling air in from this side, feeding this fire, and then it's going to go out the exhaust. It's going to come straight across. So when I close this down, you'll start seeing it come out over here. See that? That's coming from right to left. Don't mind this thermometer. I know it's broke. Let me show you what I want you to do next. Alright, so you see we're drafting really good here. So what I'm going to do is, we don't trust this thermometer. So what I got is a regular oven thermometer. You buy them at Walmart, Target, wherever. And you know, you hang them in your rack in your oven. What I'm going to do is I want this on the cook rack. That way, it tells me what the temperature is right here on the rack that I'm cooking. So, let's let this come up to temperature, and then we'll see, we'll get in something else. Okay, so we're going to let this come up to temperature, but I want to show you this here too. This rack here goes back on. Okay, so what we've got set up was we've got a 2-zone, I said it 2-zone cooking. I know for the beginners you're like, what? This is like your hot side, like where you would do your burgers and your hot dogs for that real fast stuff. This side over here is more for your low and slow. You got an empty spot over here, there's no heat. The heat's traveling across to your exhaust. So this is going to be where you do your smoking, your low and your slow type stuff. You're going to control that temperature by your air intake. Alright, so what I was telling you about the thermometer not being right, I mean, I tap it and it's going up, right? So let's get inside and see. I don't know if you can see that, but that's reading about 250. Yeah, 250. So what we want to do now is we want to clean our grill. Now you get one of the fancy scrapers or whatever, but this is what I like to use. Heavy duty foil. Let me show you what I mean. Get your small piece. tear it off, loosely crumble it. Now you can see my grates ain't that dirty, but you still want to wipe them off. And just scrub like that. Just like that. Then you can let that cool down and throw it away. So now what this is telling me is we're at 250 right here. So if we were going to be doing a pork butt or any kind of smoking, now is the ideal time. But we got some high heat stuff going on right here. So let me get some burgers and we'll throw some burgers on. All right, so for the beginners, man, I mean, we're running 250 right here. You see how this is clear, almost loose? That's what you want. That combustion going on down there, that's what we call clean smoke. If it's clear, blue, or you can't see it at all. Now, because this is a beginner cook, we're going to do some plain Jane, just some burgers that you get out of the frozen section at the old Wally World. Nothing special. We're going to do them indirect. That way we get a little bit of smoke in them. You say, man, you just got charcoal, you ain't smoking. Hold on, I'll show you that in a minute. Now we're going to season with a little bit of Uncle Steve shake, the original. We're just going to go right over top on the top. No binder, because these are still frozen. Once they start heating up, that'll be when the moisture comes out and then we get all that seasoning on them. All right, so what I'm gonna use some smoking wood chips. Now they're chips because they are small pieces like this. Now, I'm not gonna soak them because if you think about soaking wood, boats are made out of wood. So they're not going to take on much liquid to do anything. So we're just going to throw some of these on. Let's raise our lid. We're going to move our grate here just so we can get the wood on. Now be careful because that's hot. We're going to take these wood chips. Take about a handful and just spread them out right there. Now they're going to light up and they're going to burn up, and that's fine because we got burgers and we're just going to throw a couple little handfuls on. See, it's already igniting. Let's close our lid. Close the lid. And now you're going to see more smoke coming out here. So we know we had good combustion and good fire going before we put the wood on. So once that wood comes down, we're in business. All right, guys, you see we still got the clean smoke coming. It's almost... Yes, Rex, thank you very much. Let's check our burgers. See, our wood's pretty much burned up there. The burgers are looking great. Now this is the high heat part, right? Yeah, let's get a little sear up on them bad boys. A little bit of smoke, let's get a little bit of fire. And we seasoned the other side, so now let's season this side. A little bit of Uncle Steve's original. Watch out because that is hot and that will burn the hairs off your arm. Alright, so we gave the high heat for a few minutes. Flip them back over because we get a little bit of char. These things are looking real good. So we're going to get the nice little char on here. And we want to feel them. We want it to be like firm, but not like solid. I mean, we want a little bit of give to it. These are getting real close. Alright, so we've been about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. See what we're getting? We're getting a little bit of char on there. we're getting a good, nice texture. We're going to slide these off back over here to the cool side. Let them kind of smoke off a little bit more while we get ready to do our other things. All right, so that was how we set up our little charcoal grill for beginners. You guys, it's not hard. Just think it through. Fire's got to breathe, and it's got to exhale. So that's Smoking Bears. That's all I got this week. I hope that helps answer a few questions for beginners. And it's just a simple burger cook. Get out there fired up, get your kids involved, even if they're just running the camera or eating. Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. 1, did it taste good? And 2, did it bring you joy? I think we have accomplished both. What do you think? Mm-hmm. We're out.